Good morning, traders. PreMarketInfo.com. Having a little technical trouble here with our shows. Not surprised because I've been handling the technicals. But let's move on to the S&P and the market movers. We're going to do a combined show for you this morning. S&P's nice range this morning from 1208 to 1224 and a quarter. Major resistance at that Globex high and a little bit above that up to the 1230 level. Coming back on the downside, mild support at yesterday's high, 1216. Our upside target would be 1238.50. ExxonMobil opening up into resistance, Dennis.
Yeah, you've got a number of stocks here. Remember, it's option expiration. They're actually looking like they could open into those resistance areas, a 79.5 area. I'm also looking at stocks like Pfizer at 19. I'm looking at, stocks like even Procter & Gamble at 65.5 area. These are all resistance areas, and the stocks might open right up into them, which is a nice setup here this morning, Joel.
Yeah, just touching on a few of the other big ones. Apple, that resistance at 400, kind of a tight range after earnings. IBM, tight range after earnings. Look a breakout between 180 or below 176. A key number for Chevron Corporation was Tuesday's high at 104.15. GE, Dennis, forming that wall at 16, but then we have major support at 16.20. Major resistance at 17.
Yeah, same thing. I just want to go back to the Chevron there, too, though, Joel. 105 looks huge on this thing. I see size up there. We're trading 104.33, just, 70 cents away from there. If it drifts up here and actually opens up right into that 105, 104, let's call it 104.70 to 105 resistance area, it could be an opportunity to short there as well.
Okay, Mr. Softy, we've been talking about that 27.50 level forever, Dennis. I don't know if we're going to get a test of it today, but if we do, could this be the time it busts through?
Yeah, well, we've got earnings, obviously, on Microsoft, so that's going to give a little added volatility to the stock. But I'd expect, again, we broke down, got the low as 26.40. I think the people that are picking that up at 26.40 are probably going to be selling into that 27.40 resistance area called 27.35 to 27.50. If we were to get above that 27.50, then all bets are off. But definitely, I'll be playing the stock from the short side in that 27.35 to 27.45 area.
Okay, AT&T, 6 of 8 lows between 28.63 and 78, so major support there. And then you got the quadruple top up at the 29.35 to 43 area, so in between there, it's any man's guess. Any size in the book associated with those levels?
Just looks thicker up there. Just nothing at any specific level, but it does thicken up there.
Okay, J&J, double bottom here, 62.16 to 31. Breakdown below that, we're looking for the 13-day low at 60.83. And don't see much above that 63.13 level, which was yesterday's high.
Obviously, J&J here, that 65 area seller. We've talked about him for a number of times. I don't think that's going to come into play. But if for whatever reason it really went into rally mode, obviously that's from 64.5 to 65 has been huge resistance, Joel.
Okay, Procter & Gamble, cluster of lows here from 64.08 to 64.47. All the week's lows, in fact, are in that area. So major support all the way down to 64. Breakdown below that, we're looking for 62.63. And then just getting tired of talking about this 65.50 area on the upside.
Yeah, Joel, it's thick all the way, 65.50, 65.55, 65.60. It just looks like we could open up right into that resistance. 66 is huge. There's a couple 100,000 up there. So if it could get up to that 66 area, that's definitely going to be some high-frequency guys leaning on that in the 65.90s, some swing guys in the 65.80s. Looks like a tough sledding until you can get above 66 on this one.
Okay, Pfizer just really range-bound here. Tuesdays and Thursdays low at the 18.52 to 55 level. And then you have the quadruple top up here at 19.05 to 19.14. Let's see which way that stock can break out between those two levels.
Yeah, $19 I see size there. Looks like another nice setup where it could open up into that resistance, open those 1890s. Maybe, you could get a nice opportunity to try to short off that 19 area again.
Okay, let's move on to our many, many market movers. Dennis, where would you like to start?
Might as well start with one of our Dow components there. McDonald's reporting. They're liking the numbers here a lot. Big Macs are selling well here, Joel. 91.68 after closing at 89.01. Stock is approaching its all-time high there, Joel. Actually, 91.22 is your 52-week high. Looking back on the charts, that is 91.22. So we are trading above there. I don't know why I thought it was $92, but regardless, 91.22 was the old all-time high. We're trading above there. I'd probably use that for my swing number.
Yep.
What do you think, Joel?
I think, the stock is just, finally busted through that 90 level. Was like the Great Wall of China. We did have one day where it did sneak above there up to 90.63. So I'd say as long as we hold this 90.63 level, we're good to go. But man, oh man, I just can't believe there won't be some sellers in this stock today.
Verizon reporting earnings here as well, Joel. 37.10 trading right now. It's been trading flat all morning. Size up at 37.5. So I see over 100,000 shares up there. So that's going to give you some formidable resistance if we were to open up near there or rally up into that area. I think you'll see those high frequency guys in the 37.40s. Obviously, if you're trading AT&T, I would use Verizon as your indicator. It should be your leader today since it's the one with the earnings.
Okay, well, the charts confirm the size there. There's been multiple highs here from 37.25 up to that 37.43 has been the highest. So the charts are confirming that size there. Coming back on the downside here, trading unchanged. I would, actually you have 3 settlements here for 37.05 up to 37.24. So tough area to trade in here, but you do have good support at yesterday's low at 36.62.
Honeywell 50.51 after closing at 48.46, getting a nice lift on its earnings reports. 50 looked big to me. I was thinking that 50 would be nice resistance. We're trading above there right now, so if we open up above there, maybe you find some support. If we do, for whatever reason, open below there, then I still think that could be resistance. So I'm going to use 50 for my swing number on this stock. Above 50, Joel, it opens up. And you got some levels up there?
I know. I'm embarrassed to say that, I can only find 54, and that was where it capped down from before. And I would hazard to bet that it's not going to trade 54 today. They did beat the street pretty handedly. So I'd use 50 as that swing number, and it looks like those that still have that GE Honeywell spread on short GE, long Honeywell are doing pretty good.
Yeah, they are doing good, Joel. We got SanDisk reporting as well. SNDK trading 47.75 after closing at 45.50. They reported there last night. Charts, I loved the 45 area. We're now obviously breaking out from that area, so I don't know if that's by these earnings things. These things move around, so you never know. It could come into play. But what do you think for resistance there, Joel?
I did have resistance at this 47.60 number. We're trading slightly above that. So I would, if I was going to, really try and hop on the long train here and it dipped below 47.60, I'd have a quit exit here. Not sure if I'd short it, but I wouldn't hang around too long. If it just wants to keep going in the fashion it's going, you really don't see much up until 49.87, which was the high back in May.
A stock that I want to point out, a key level, Interactive Brokers, IBKR, reporting there last night. It was topping out in the after hours at 15. Technically on the charts, 15 looks very big to me, Joel. I think it's just a really nice number where you're going to see some resistance here come in the 1490s. Starts to get above 15, then all bets are off. But if we open up near that, a little under that 15 area, might be an opportunity there, Joel.
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, this is kind of a thinly traded issue. You have it trading up almost 5%. Would not be surprised to see, some sellers step in here. I think we need to hold 1480 in order to make a test. Don't see much at 15, but I do see something at 1537.
STX, which is Seagate Technologies, also reporting $13.80 after closing at 12.06. That's a great pop. It's actually in my filters up 14%, which is the leader here this morning. $14. I like that area there. If you look at the chart, Joel, we bottomed out there back in June. We bottomed out there back in July. Took it out in early August. Fell off. We're going back, it looks like, to that area. You got to think the first time we're going to find some resistance, maybe, Joel.
Major resistance, and the pre-market trading is confirming that. Major resistance here. 1387, 1390 is the highest it's traded. So I couldn't hazard to guess this thing breaking much above 14 today.
One more here. Harman International, HAR, 35.67 was the close. Actually bid at $40.10. This isn't the one that trades a lot, but man, it's bid up $5. It hasn't even had a trade. So obviously, they're liking those earnings that came out with here this morning. This one's a tricky one. You'd think $40 would be a psychological level, but really on the charts, I don't see a heck of a lot there, Joel. We did have about, if we go back a year there to November of last year, it topped out there once, but so you could say maybe 40. I like the 45 area a lot better, but that's $5 away from here, so I don't think that's going to come into play. What do you think?
I mean, is it bid up for any size? Is it one share? I mean,
it's been bid there for a while. I've been looking at it all morning, so it looks like it's going to open up, around $40. If that's
how much size is there?
Oh, there's only 1,100 shares, but this thing only trades 600,000. It hasn't even had a trade in the free market. But that's, when somebody's bidding 40.10 and you don't get hit right away, you know that, like, if he was out to lunch, he'd be picked off by a high-frequency guy in about 5 seconds. He's been bid there all morning, so obviously this 40 area looks like, it's gonna, it's gonna have some influence here anyways. Okay. Best offer's at 41.40.
Okay, that's just, how much did they beat by?
I don't have the report here in front of me. I was reading it this morning.
42.21 was the high back in August. So if you're not going to short it 40, then short it at 42.21. Or if you do short it at 40, use 42.21 as your stop. That was the high back in August.
Obviously, we have options expiration here today. Expect some added volatility. A lot of stocks opening into resistance. We have a lot of nice setups here this morning. This looks like a really nice morning here for some good opportunities if you're being savvy. So use those levels here. And Joel, what do you want to close with?
Just the SPOO's opening into resistance as well. Folks, sorry for the technical difficulties. We'll get them squared away, and we'll be back with you on Monday. Have a good weekend.